changes have meaning. The changes have meaning. The changes have meaning. Did you know the Mandela Effect is actually a big puzzle? Puzzle. Some people believe that the Mandela Effect is caused by time travelers who are messing with the past. Let's talk about this. There's a point to looking at all these different theories, you know. We can't clearly see the right theory if we have ideas that haven't been thoroughly evaluated. Let's keep going. The Mandela Effect has made some of the history we remember look as if it never happened. Some people theorize that a time traveler went back and caused a ripple effect to take place by tampering with past events. From the style of certain corporate logos to the way lines in some movies are phrased, a lot of things no longer match our memories. Were they transformed because of the way changes can cascade over time? Maybe things could snowball like this, who knows? One thing is for sure, the concept of time travel itself is anything but straightforward. We do have a scientific understanding that time can pass differently for someone who is a great distance from the Earth or who flies around the world at high speed. These conditions only create a very small time variance, but it is a form of time travel. That doesn't mean we can harness this feature of physics to go back to Nazi Germany and kill Hitler. No one can really say that traveling to a past date is even possible. One thing I have seen people discuss is the grandfather paradox. The idea is that traveling back in time would make it possible to kill your own grandfather. If you did that, then you would never exist, and you would never have been able to travel back in time in the first place. That is just one way to think about the impossibility of time travel. A question that comes to my mind concerns physical matter and physical places. If the ruins of an ancient civilization are still here with us in the present day, where else would we find those same physical structures existing that we could go and see them as they were in the past? This is where you start having to consider different dimensions or parallel universes. Now we're pulling in other theoretical constructs to try and make the time travel concept work. If this is all the Mandela Effect is, just random, meaningless changes made by a time traveler, then we are looking at an extreme failure. Imagine if someone actually managed to pull off a feat like time travel. The potential to impact the world in a positive way would be immeasurable. Now imagine the result was exactly what we see happening with the Mandela Effect. What would we say? At least we don't have that dash on Kit Kat bars anymore. We traveled time and things didn't change for any benefit that we can see. I mean, we still have a lot of problems, don't we? On the other hand, what if the Mandela Effect is actually something of extreme value? What if the claim I make that the Mandela Effect is telling us something is true? What if the Mandela Effect exists for the sake of communicating something to us about our world and ourselves? Time travel is probably the most cliché science fiction theme ever. That's because it never gets old. It really sparks the curiosity when you stop and think about all the things you could do. If I could travel through time, my first stop wouldn't be Nazi Germany. It wouldn't be the Wright brothers' first flight at Kitty Hawk, although that would be cool. It wouldn't even be ancient Egypt. No. My first trip through time would be to see myself at age 15. And I've seen plenty of movies about time travel, so I know exactly what I would do. I would just tell myself a bunch of things that only I would know. Then I would warn myself about all the problems that are waiting for me. It seems this theory comes mostly from fiction. Would going back in time create parallel universes that splinter off of this one when the timeline is altered? Would changes made to the past instantly change our reality here in the modern day? If you traveled back in time, would you even be able to change the past, or would it withstand your efforts for some inexplicable reason? Who knows? So is this a good theory? No, I think it's just something that's fun to think about.
Game over.
Game over.
Maybe we'll have to come back and play this game sometime. Cool Patrol.